sitting in the very place where I had inner awakening. Literally, this is the spot, this is the exact space and place, this exact ambience, cuckoo of these birds and chanting of this old man. The same old man is still, actually now it is a recording, morning 4 to 6, he himself will come and chant. After 6, they play the chanting. Still that person is alive. This is the very ambience in which there are few places. Whenever I go there, I feel like staying there itself. One is Kailash. Second is exactly this place. One more place, of course, Arbid the banyan tree, under the banyan tree. I come to the incidents. I'm going to narrate the story of how the unclutching has happened in me. I'll describe the whole story. How exactly the initiation of unclutching has happened in me. Then I'll initiate all of you into unclutching in this very space. Just gather yourself and settle down. All these things are not disturbance. This chanting, this cuckoo of the birds, these are all enriching the whole silence. Understand, it is such a vibrant silence. This all enriches the whole silence. In all our ashrams, all our temples, I always try to recreate this space exactly. If you see, even Bridhi temple is replica of this hall, this four-pillar structure. Bridhi temple is a replica of this structure. Because this place means so much for me in my life. Around the age of 11, on summer holidays, it was in India, the summer holiday means March, April. As a small boy, studying maybe 5th or 6th standard. Sorry, I think from 5th I am going to 6th. Only then you will get a lot of holidays. Old school is over and the new school starts in here. So that was the summer holidays. One day I just, as usual, I came to the temple and I had the darshan of the main deity. All of you had the darshan of the deity? Did you all see the deity? It's our Bidhi deity is a replica of this deity. The main light shaft, which is worshipped as a Shivalinga, our Bidhi is a replica of this deity. This deity is self-emerged. It's called Swayambhu, uncarved. It just erupted out of the earth automatically. One great thing is, in this temple, Ramana Maharshi stopped this discrimination of Westerners and Easterners. In no temple in South India, you will see the non-Hindus being allowed. Only this temple, my predecessor, Ramana Maharshi, when they tried to bring that law after the independence, Ramana Maharshi interfered and said, no, this temple will give darshan to everybody, all religion, all caste, all community, all country, nationals should be allowed. Thanks to Ramana Maharshi. From that time, all can go and see the main deity, that is a living energy. So I came to the temple, had the darshan of the deity as usual and came here just to go around the temple as usual. When I came from that small two pillars, all of you can see, not this big four pillar, the below that there's a small structure, two pillar. Out of that, one sadhu came out. I was thinking it was a cave. As a small boy, I really thought it was a cave. So there is a way inside. Did you all see there? So from inside, one sadhu came out. Young, bright, shining. Literally, his skin was emitting the gold light. With Rudraksha, one cloth in the hip and just another one towel, kind of a thing on the shoulder. The moment I saw him, something clicked. It was a very strong click. The feeling connection. It was so spontaneous. I touched his feet, took his blessings. He blessed. Then he inquired who you are. It was a very casual conversation, and my grandfather was a big guy in those days in village. Immediately I said, I am grandson of him. Now all sadhus will come and eat in his house. To the giving I learned from him. He made it and same way gave. It's a great last year guy. Over millions of dollars but never had even a one car till death. Last year life. He created a lot of wealth, generated, self-made man, never lived a luxurious life, very austere life, and gave a lot of wealth to temples and sadhus and all that social service activities. So it was a pride to declare as his grandson, I told. He smiled and he just came and sat. The sadhu came and sat here exactly on this corner. And I came and sat here. First day I sat here only. He was leaning on that wall and I sat here. I was asking many questions about him. He was answering. Then he asked many things about me. I was answering. Almost 8 hours I was sitting with him in first meeting itself. We were sitting and chatting. The conversation went on and on. Then once it became evening, I saw him in the early morning. So once it became evening, he said he had to go to our house and he sent me. He also left. He just went and walked inside that small structure, which I used to think as cave. He walked into his cave. I entered in. Of course, I did not have any doubt who he is and is it a cave and all that. Because in the temple all around, if you go around, I can show you there's at least 50 caves and subways going up to the hill. Lot of siddhas, the enlightened beings, the rishis, munis, live in the hill. They come to the temple through the subways even now and attend the temple rituals and they perform puja. The night time still the bell rings automatically. Still the Vedic chants are heard. And even though night they clean the whole Garbhamandir and go back, next day morning they will suddenly see fresh flowers on the deity. They leave on the deity. Even now, this all happens. Here the priests are our devotees, very close to me. They say still they can't touch the deity. The heat is so much. You can't touch the deity. Even when they do the sacred bath or clothing and all, they only do it from this certain distance. Such a strong living energy. I'm losing coherence because everything I want to tell has so much. I'm not sticking to the subject. Subject is this sadhu, this saint, whom I saw and with whom I started developing a strong relationship. When I went back to the house, I could not sleep. It was a strong feeling connection with him. I tell you, this is my first love in my life and last love. It was like a strong pull. In the house, I was lying down, but I could not wait to come back to see him again. Only morning 4 o'clock they will open the temple. Nowadays they open 5 o'clock. Those days they used to open 4 o'clock itself. The watchmen, they will just open the door and leave it, and there was not this much of security and all. Those days it was all open, and whole day I have seen days only 100 people will enter the temple. Only 100. Nowadays around 10,000 people have already darshan. Those days just 100 people. I am saying it was a peaceful atmosphere. Next day morning, 4 o'clock only I can come and see him again. I waited in the house. 10 times I woke up and saw the time. It is not moving. If you are waiting for somebody, then you will understand what I am telling. Time is not moving. The fourth or fifth day of inner awakening, you guys will start feeling that. Why this night gap? So you'll be waiting. When is the next morning? Let's rush for the session. Exact the same feeling. Then finally I myself moved the clock. I could not wait. I made it to 2:30 to 4:30. And I myself got up, got ready, and came and sat outside the temple. Of course, because my clock moved, watchman is not going to open the door. I was sitting outside, waiting. Finally, when he opened the door, I rushed and came here and shouted, standing near the pillar, Swami, Swami. He again came out. And again he came and sat here. I was sitting and talking. Again, whole day. I know some extraordinary relationship started happening. Such a strong relationship. It was a very strong relationship. Experience of trust, joy. Just like that, it was awakened in you. The trust of the joy, which can't be infused. Relationship was built between me and that sadhu. It evolved slowly. I can't say it was a guru-disciple relationship. It was like a strong friendliness. That is the way the whole thing started. It was a deep trust. The relationship grew very beautifully and intensely. Every day I'll bring whatever I can from the house, like food or anything. He will eat. If I bring him some rice or any other offerings, he'll accept. Morning 4 o'clock, I come and sit with him. Late evening, sometimes even up to 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock only they'll close the temple. That time, the watchman will come ringing the bell. Once he comes ringing the bell, everybody has to leave the temple. Everybody has to go out of the temple. Till 11, I'll be sitting with him. Sometimes here, sometimes there, any place. Usually it will be here. When it becomes too sunny, hot, then we'll sit there. Sometimes on that steps, because the sun will not come. Those days that area also will be free. That junk and all will not be there. There it will be completely, no sun will be there. Sitting there. Sometimes on that mandapam itself, he'll sit on the top and I'll sit next to him. Suddenly, after a few days, I felt like writing whatever he talks. So in the night time, I started sitting and writing down whatever he talks. The next day, I brought that and showed him my handwriting. He himself did proofreading. He corrected some spelling with his own handwriting and added some words, removed some words. I became very excited because at those days I used to read Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, which was recordings of teachings of Ramakrishna by a close disciple. So, my disciplehood flowered without costing me anything. Every one of you want to get enlightened, no doubt. Every one of you wanted the guru-disciple relationship. But unfortunately, the identity of guru-disciple relationship costs you something. Cost means not just, I'm not talking in the monetary or external world. It needs some kind of a reformation in your cognition. The way in which you think and perceive the world. The concepts you have about life need to be reformed to enjoy this guru-disciple relationship. That sometimes it is little costly for you. So that is why the struggle. I tell you, the proper guru-disciple relationship itself is a living enlightenment. It just puts you in enlightenment. But because it is a little costly, you struggle. In my case, it was not at all costly. It is such a beautiful flow, breeze. Because of this yogi, Arunagiri yogi, sadhu, the Swami whom I was seeing. Every day. So strong, I felt I can't live away from him. It became that strong. Very intense relationship. Slowly the friendliness has evolved into trust, and trust has evolved into devotion, and devotion has evolved into a disciple relationship, guru-disciple relationship. Even when I sit near him, I'll always hold his hand or leg. If you continuously touching, a lot of energy will go. Like a current. He will sit there, leaning on the wall. I will be sitting here, leaning on him. He said, I lean on him. I won't even be looking at him. He will be talking. I will listen to him, but I will be leaning on him. Literally lying on him, stretching the leg. He radiated so much of friendliness and care. And love. It is not impersonal love like mine. Mine is impersonal love. You are there somewhere, I am there somewhere. You know my love and blessings are there always with you. I know your trust and disciplehood is there always towards me. That was not that kind of a relationship. It was just every day I know he loves me and he cares for me. It was such personal bonding. And that used to fight arguments. I was a strong, big red. I'll argue with him. Not that I just listen to whatever he says, no. Sometimes the words they utter will be so strong. I myself will feel hurt that I hurt him. But I've never seen him being hurt. He was never hurt and so the relationship grew. One day, suddenly I asked him, Swami, why don't you take me to the place where you are living? He said, come on. And he just walked into the cave and took my hand. I could see very clearly. He pulled me out of the body. And still I can't tell whether I used this very body and reached there. Whatever. He just pulled me. I also went into the cave. Into that small structure. And few feet we walked like a narrow lane, narrow subway, tunnel. And I could see light on the other side. And when we came out, we were already on the hill. Huge banyan tree was there. Under the tree, some sadhus were sitting. He straight went and sat in the seat of Guru. Then immediately I know this is his ashram. That's a place where he is staying because the way he sat and the way the disciples sat in front of him. The whole thing. Still, the banyan tree exists. I found out through Google Map. Still, the banyan tree is there. Each leaf used to be this size. With both hands, you can hold that big leaf, that the banyan tree size. And the way he sat, I could see very clearly he's the guru of that place, and all old sadhus are sitting around, and some conversation was going on. He was speaking something, I was speaking. I was asking some questions, others were talking. Suddenly one sadhu remarked, showing me that I am the only one who is not a sadhu in that group. What do you know about sadhu? Something in that way he asked. That's it, my Kundalini awakened. Because I had a strong feeling that I am a sadhu from the young age. At the age of 5, the villages will teach swimming for the kids. How they teach swimming? The bottle wood shell, they will tie it on your stomach and put you in the well. If you are from South Indian village, you will know. Or a big pot, they will put it on the stomach and put you on the well, and just you have to swim and come out. And my uncles were teaching swimming to all my brothers, siblings, and they were trying to put me also into the well. I said, no, I am a sadhu. I will not swim. I remember still that's the first time I declared my identity. I am a sadhu at the age of 5.
In Upanishads, it is said, a sadhu should not put fire, do swimming, horse riding, crossing the ocean. Because you see, these things are risky things in those days. Number of sadhus is naturally less. So I don't want any risky things to be performed by those sadhus. So nowadays, those rules are not applicable, but the traditional time, the Puranic period, Upanishad period, these were applicable. You can't light the fire, do cooking, horse riding, and riding on the elephant, swimming, crossing the ocean, all these things you are not supposed to show. I had a strong orthodox views. Actually, I am a very orthodox guy. Only now you guys see little modernity around me. Maybe the equipments I use, the people with whom I mingle, and the need to reach out to the international seekers. These are brought little modernity to me. Otherwise, I am very orthodox guy. Even now, my personal life is too orthodox. Morning when I get up, I will not touch the clothes I am going to use. After I bathe, when I come out, I will sprinkle water on everything literally. If you are from a traditional, typical Brahmin family, South Indian Brahmin family, you will understand whatever I am saying. By mistake, if my hand or my body touches some clothes, I will wash it everything, including my cot, I have to wash. Very typical Orthodox belief. So I told my uncles, no, I am a sadhu, I will not learn swimming. That strong identity. So when these guys told that I am the only person who is not a sadhu in the group, immediately I said, no, I am a sadhu. What do you mean? Then Arunagiri Yogishwara interfered. Swami interfered and said, no, don't mistake. They just said, you are the one who is not wearing the card, this ochre rope. Then I told him, you give me. Immediately he smiled and looked at the sadhus who were sitting next to him, and somebody brought the rope. I can be sure it must be Nandi. He took the rope and he himself put the rope on me. This is the exact clothes. This exact cloth. He himself put that on me. I just threw my trousers. The school kids in those days, even when you don't have a school, you will be wearing the same uniform. Same uniform only. It's a dark blue trouser and light blue shirt. The just, even when you don't have a school, you will wear the same dress. And so I had the trouser. I threw that and went and stood in front of him, and he put the cloth. Same cloth, this very cloth. And funny thing, still we are not able to find what material it is. I have cut this into pieces and gave it to so many laboratories, so many spinning mills. All these things are the pieces I cut and gave. Still, I am not able to trace. In India, there are 3,400 types of fabrics. Still, I am not able to say whether it is a cotton or polyester, a mix of cotton, polyester, silk. No. Still, I am not able to find. At least 20 laboratories we gave. Anyhow, this is the very cloth we gave. Then he brought me back. He said, come on, let's go back. He brought me back to the same cave we came out. I told him, I was really ecstasy. I told him I'm going, and he also went back, and I went. I was in such a high ecstasy, I could not keep quiet. I rushed to one of my mentors, Uppamma. If you see my biography, you will see her picture. Her house is nearby. I rushed to her house. To brag, I showed her this cloth and said, see. She asked, who gave this cloth? One sadhu gave. The moment I said on Sunday evening, she was shocked and her whole face became black. And she said, "What do you mean? The sadhu gave you this clap means he is giving you sannyas. Who gave you sannyas?" Because she wanted to give sannyas for me. She said, "Take me to that sadhu." I suddenly remembered that sadhu has told me, "Don't tell anybody that you are meeting continuously and talking to." Remember that and told that, no, you're sadhu, I can't take you to him. She said, "No, you have stolen from some shop." Usually the village kids, they go to the shops and steal. You start again, you go and stand in a shop where they sell groundnuts and all that. One guy will be buying and 2-3 kids will just fill their packets and run. The shop wala cannot run behind the child. If he runs behind the child, other kids will completely follow the shop. Was not only my mentor, she was my relative also, close friend of my grandmother. So she held my ears and said, "You fellow would have stolen from somewhere, some shop. Tell me the truth." So no, I have not stolen. Now I have got fear. Because she said, "I will go and tell your grandfather you have stolen. Return this clothes to the shop." I said, "No, I have not stolen. Only sadhu gave me." She said, "Then take me to that sadhu." Now I am caught. I had to bring her. I brought her here. I still remember we came through that gate, that side, because we came from north entrance and we came there. I came to the gate and shouted, "Swami, Swami," I was calling him. First time he did not come out. 9 months. It was 9 months relationship by that time. 9 months always he came out. First time he did not come out. It was a shock. Because I have to prove I have not stolen. I am not a thief. See, my problem is that I have to prove I am not a thief. She was still holding my ears and telling, "Hey, tell me." I told from this day only that sadhu came out. She gave me a slap and said, "What do you mean? Lying. Where is the cave? Come on." She pulled my ears and pushed and showed that stone. It is a seal. Now you can see the way it is. It's a clear seal structure. There is no way. I was shocked because all 9 months I was believing it's a cave and used to come from inside and goes inside. Now her faith is strengthened that I am telling lie. It was just fear, all put together, a mix of emotions for me. I felt this lady has spoiled my joy of this cloth. Still, I am feeling I am not able to convey. There's so much to tell about him. Anyhow, I was having tears in my eyes because I could not get him and prove to her. Then finally I gathered all my courage and promised her. How the children swear. I held her hand and put my hand and said, "I promise you on Arunachala and you and me that sadhu only came out and he gave me this cloth." The moment I put my hand on her hand and promised, I think that must be the first energization I gave. Suddenly something happened to her and she changed. All her doubt went away. She is very clear that cloth was given to me by that sadhu only. She just told. She asked me, "What is the name of that sadhu? Have you asked him?" I told her, "No, he told me his name is Arunagiri Yogishwara. That's all." The moment I told the name, she just fell at my feet, started crying. She said, "I am waiting, meditating for years to have one glimpse of him. He used to see He gave you this class. He came because I was shocked. Whatever she was telling me. Then she said, this is the living tomb of Arunagiri Yogishwara. He is sitting under this place in Samadhi, Jira Samadhi, for last 2000 years. He is direct incarnation of Shiva, Mahadeva himself. Still the temple, all the puja is done to him. Please understand. Still, for the main deity, they invoke Arunagiri Yogi Vijayate. Only then all the puja is done. So all the major temples of South India are on the living tomb of a great Siddha, Rishi. So that Rishi is responsible, that enlightened being is responsible for the energy. So he is worshipped there as embodiment of cosmic energy. So this temple is sitting on the living tomb of Arunagiri Yogishwara. So I did not know all that. She described all that and I was really in ecstasy. Then she could not handle the whole thing, she just went away. I sat and tears started rolling in my eyes. One side, the joy. Arunagiri Yogishwara himself came and lived with me more than 9 months and he taught me everything. He initiated me, he gave me kavi. The joy, the ecstasy, one side. The other side, I felt I hurt him someday by telling about him to other person, crossing his words. And that is why he is not coming out and giving me darshan. See, if you have hurt somebody whom you really love, how you feel? That very feeling. It was so joy and sadness. In Bhagavatam is one of the beautiful traditional scripture. Vyasa describes this mood, emotion. There was a Gopika. Gopikas were beloveds of Krishna. She was married, but she was in love with Sri Krishna. One night, Krishna was playing the flute in the forest, sending a signal for all his friends to gather. The Gopika was in her bedroom. She just jumped out. She wants to rush and dance around Krishna. She was running out of the house, but on the main door, she suddenly saw the mother-in-law and sister-in-law both were sitting. Mother-in-law is combing the hair of sister-in-law and cleaning the hair, removing the lice and dandruff. I can tell you, for 5,000 years, his mother-in-laws are removing the comb from, removing the lice from the hair of sister-in-law. Still, if you go to any typical Indian village, you will see this scene. The mother-in-law will be sitting at the door frame, the sister-in-law will be sitting and she will be combing the hair. Naturally, I can tell you, unbroken civilization just based on this one example. 5,000 years before, Bhagavatam describes mother-in-law combing the hair of sister-in-law. Anyhow, so this Gopika, she sees the mother-in-law and sister-in-law sitting. Naturally, mother-in-law will ask, in this dark night, where are you going? Out. So she just stood holding the door frame. Rolled her eyes due to her sadness. These two are stopping her. She can't go to Krishna. But next moment, when she remembers the romantic, beautiful moment with Krishna, the heat of romance dries the tears. Beautifully, Vyasa describes when the tsunami of separation from Krishna happens in her because of this mother-in-law and sister-in-law. This rule in her eyes. But the moment she remembers the beautiful sacred moments with Krishna, the heat dries up the tears. So, with this both the emotions, Vyasa beautifully describes the sadness of separation from Krishna was so intense after that karmas are burnt away. She finished off her hell. The joy, the ecstasy of our remembrance with Krishna, that made a heaven. Because of that, our good karmas are burnt away. Please understand, good karmas disappear when you experience joy, bad karmas disappear when you experience pain. Because she had both intensely, our good karmas, bad karmas, both got exhausted. Because of that, she became enlightened, fell and left the body on the very spot. I can tell you exactly was going through the same thing here, in that very spot, in front of that samadhi. I was sitting, crying. One side the joy that he himself came and gave me the kavi. Other side, he is not coming anymore. I was having the deep fear. He may not come at all. Speaks like a, you are not going to see at all somebody with whom you have such a strong connection. It's too much. So I cried and just fell there itself and slept. Kids usually after they cry, you will see they will sleep, fall asleep. I slept. Night 11 o'clock. The temple watchman, he came and woke me up. Usually every day, mainly the festival days, they will wash this whole floor. They have the broomstick and clean. The volunteers, the kids volunteering, they hold the pipe. See, these pipelines are all place. They will connect the waste pipe with this. We have to hold the pipe and walk in the front and they will clean the floor. So I used to volunteer to hold the pipe. He came and woke me up and said, hey, the temple they are going to close and put the main deity to bedroom. There is a small bedroom where they put the main deity to the bedroom. You can go and have darshan and come back and then hold the pipe. I had to clean. He told me and it's all right. I'll go and have darshan and come back. I rushed the Garbha Mandir. I ran to the Garbha Mandir to have darshan. So that I can come back and hold pipe for him to clean the floor. Festival days they will clean. I rushed to the main Garbha Mandir. Now all of us had darshan. Nobody was there, no priest was there. And I ran into the Garbha Mandir and looked up. I could see that sadhu. Now I know his name officially. Confirmed. Arunagiri Yogishwara. He was sitting on the Shivalinga. I could see very clearly. He was sitting on the Shivalinga. His very posture. The right leg was down and the left leg was up on the Shivalinga. With a blessing posture, on hand hanging. The moment I saw, I just screamed, Swami, you are here. Why did you not come when my party came? When my grandmother came to see you? When Kukumal came, I called you, you did not come out. You are here. I rushed to touch him. I did not enter the Garbha Mandir, but I ran to touch him. He also stretched his hand. The moment he touched me, I touched him. Something happened. What I call now unclutching. Something happened. I realized both are one, not two individuals.
He was me, I was him. It's not two individuals. It is same being. Not even two forms. It is just everything is one and the same. I tell you, this very space, each of these pillars are witness for what I am saying. This air, each of these stones, still everything is filled with His presence and memory. After that, I never saw Him physically away from me, never felt missing Him. I just know what I feel as me is He. The very identity is He. I bless you all. Let Him express here through this body, radiate His presence, and bless you all with unclutching initiation and Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Listen to the initiation. Please understand. Just 3 statements. When any thought rises, do not support the thought. Do not fight with the thought. Just be distanced from the thought. Just say, I am not going to support you. I am unclutched. Just do not support any thought raises. First, there will be few thoughts. Decide to unclutch. Then your very identity will come. I, that feeling I. Even that is nothing but a bunch of thoughts. Unclutch from that. Sit without supporting your thoughts or emotions or the identity. Very same space, very same person, very same energy. I bless you all to have the Nirvikalpa Samadhi. This is the class given by him. Usually, when the spiritual experiences happen in the other plane, when you came back, the objects related to that experience will not be there in your hands. Like if you come back from the dream, if you are sick, drinking tea in your dream, and you come back from the dream, you will not have the teacup. But from the spiritual world, when I came back to this ordinary existence, even then, the object means this is the object, only object. You see, on the planet Earth, as far as my knowledge goes, only there are 2 objects. Moved from spiritual plane to physical plane. One, there is a part of milk part given to Ramakrishna by Sri Rama. It is there still in Calcutta in Ramakrishna Mat, in museum. And this is the second piece, the cloth given by Arunagiri Yogishwara. Still, as I said, we are not able to find what material it is. And the age of 11 he gave me means almost 25 years old cloth. This is the prasada of Arunagiri Yogishwara. Understand? He is still sitting here in Jiva Samadhi. He is still living here. is not a myth. There was no was, is. Arunagiri Yogishwara is, not was. Still is there below in Jai Samadhi, radiating, inspiring, giving experience to people. Let's offer our respects to Arunagiri Yogishwara in his Samadhi. Let's pray to him, let him bless all of us with the highest enlightenment and spiritual experience. Bless you all. Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, share, and explode in eternal bliss. Nithyananda. Thank you.